I recently made a bit of a controversial video that involved the iPhone XR. And the main message of that video is actually that I dislike the large form factor of the XR. But my boy Josh at 91 Tech has this series called The Death Of, and his social play is looking pretty healthy, so I thought I might give it a go. But in all seriousness, we are going to explore the size of flagship smartphones throughout the years, and not just the screen size. Those bezels make a bigger difference than you might think. But before going any further, hey guys, my name is Ryan Thomas for Failtech, and this is the death of the compact flagship smartphone. The companies we'll be looking at today are the prominent ones in the UK, as that's where I am from, and where I am used to seeing these smartphones. So unfortunately, if you're from China or India or the US, it's probably going to be quite different for you. I'm going to shove some numbers down your throat right away. And don't worry, this page will be up for a little while, so you don't have to pause it. But I want to examine the curated list of the most popular smartphones and how they've grown over time. As you'll notice, the displays have taken a consistently large jump in size, even if in the case of the G7, the body got smaller in volume. And the G7 is an anomaly in this data set, but I wanted to include LG as they are a big manufacturer here in the UK. Out of Samsung, Apple, LG, HTC, Sony and Huawei, only one phone got smaller, and that was so marginal that it's laughable. The iPhone grew by 56% and Huawei 51%. The displays got larger, but that difference in hand is going to be more felt in the body volume. Now these are the top end of hardware specs from these manufacturers that aren't designed to be big like the XS Max or the Note 9 or the P20 Pro. I wanted to keep things fair, and yes, Apple still sells the iPhone 8 and the XZ2 Compact, but neither of these will have top specs like the 6S and Z1 had way back in their times. The implications of lack of small flagships are plentiful. These larger phones can be uncomfortable for a lot of people to hold, resulting in a lot of drops, smashes, and of course, giant repair bills. A big problem if you're the one paying the bill. Moreover, a lot of us keep our smartphones in our pockets, and it's increasingly hard to put smartphones in your pocket when they are so large. 6.2, 6.5 inch smartphones can have the smallest bezels in the world, but a phone that large can be an absolute nightmare for carrying, getting it in and out of your pocket and sitting down with it. And if you're like me who uses their phone at the gym, you want to add a case to your phone, and that is going to add more heft. But if you start with an already small phone, you're only going to add a little bit of heft, and the overall size of the phone is going to be manageable. But if you start with an already massive phone, increasing that heft is going to make it pretty much unusable and unholdable in a lot of cases. Having a phone like the iPhone SE allows you to add a case and still have a usably sized phone, which is what a lot of us want. In conclusion, this video isn't about ranting about the small smartphones, but raising awareness for those of us who, might have smaller hands or might just prefer smaller smartphones. Everyone's going for the 6.1, the iPhone XR, 6.5 with the XS Max, and, larger phones with the Note series and just the overall larger phones. They're getting to a size where I've seen like the Mi Max 3 has almost a 7-inch screen, and I kind of question that. Like, okay, I get the big phones in terms of the 5.5-inch phones and stuff like that, but going past that, a lot of people don't even notice the screen real estate difference. Therefore, what's the point in having a larger screen? A lot of us, me in particular, I would absolutely love to see something like an iPhone XL, where it's like the XL, but kind of the smaller version, since they called the other one the XS Max. I don't know what they're doing with Apple's naming schemes, but imagine like an iPhone X that was like 4.5 inches, but it took up like a really small footprint, like an iPhone SE kind of thing. That would be amazing, and have all the top specs, optical image stabilization, all that kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. And unfortunately, we don't have smaller smartphones anymore. Of course, like I said before, Apple do the iPhone 8, but that doesn't have the top of the range spec. And like Sony has the XZ2 Compact, but again, that's not really that compact these days. And it doesn't have the 845 and the Max, RAM and stuff like that. So the compact smartphone, or the compact flagship, is a dying breed, and that's what I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Anyway, that's been it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do like, dislike, comment, and subscribe if you're new around here to never miss a video like this one. Also, check out behind the scenes on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon already, go over there and subscribe to that stuff because it's awesome. Also, check out my social media because it's really cool for you to join us and have a conversation. And talking of that, Discord link has now been added to the description. My name is Ryan Thomas with Failtech, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.